Hey, Drew James here from Learn Guitar in London. How are you doing? So what this is we're going to be doing live guitar chats every Saturday from now on. And this is something that I'm really committed to. It's going to be 5 o'clock GMT time. So if you've ever got any questions about anything you've been learning from my videos, already great to see people in the chat. Hey Thomas, hey Ola, hey Young, hey Himsachi, hey Blue Pier, hey Khalid. So anyone in the chat, this is your chance to ask me questions about your guitar playing. As I said, we're going to be doing this every Saturday. So guys, I can already see you chatting away there. Ask me a question. What is it you want to know? You know, hello Adam, hello Ronnie, hello Maxis, hello Nahid, hello Angie, hello Gaza, hello Khalid, hello Nishan, hello Sabine. Ask me a question. What have you been learning? What have you been playing? I've got a little bit of exciting news that I'm going to share with you really soon. We're just going to sort of, I'm just going to see when I get that first question in. So here's the first one from Dajaminpai. Can you please make a video on Boulevard of Broken Dreams? Dajaminpai, I have made that. Okay, I've made that video. So let me just see if I can drop that link into the chat description. I've made like an easy sing and strum version, and I've also made a fingerstyle version. So it's actually over at my Facebook page. So if you type in Drew James Facebook into Google, and you'll find it there. Okay, great to see so many people watching. I don't normally do these on Saturdays, so it's good to see there's a few more people here. So Himashi has said, I'm a beginner. Is there anything I can learn besides some basic guitar chords? Yes, Himashi, there is. Yes. So aside from perfecting everything on this hand, getting your basic chords under your fingertips, you should really be spending an equal amount of time working on your right hand, on the rhythm. It actually doesn't, when you're a beginner, you don't realize that this hand, when you're strumming, let's actually pick up a guitar, that this hand is just as important as what's going on that hand. So spend some time working on your rhythm. That's my advice. Okay, my beginners course, which you'll find over at my YouTube page, is very rhythm focused. So my advice is go there and start learning rhythm guitar on this hand, keeping time to metronomes, to backing tracks, as well as learning your chords. Okay, really hope that helps. See me again next week. Let me know how it goes. Okay. Cool. So Noel was just learning Hallelujah. Sweet. Yong Sop Kim says, I like your banana pancakes tutorial. That's awesome. Can you make a video about Game of Thrones theme? Magical music notes. I'm putting that right now on my request list because that is one that keeps coming up all the time. So this is also a really cool place, guys, where you can request, so feel free to leave some requests. I can't guarantee that, you know, I can make your tutorial, but if there's loads of people saying the same thing, so I'm going to take a note of that. Cool, let's get back to the chat. So Akash says, how do you create your own fingerstyle song? Akash, it's really tough one. Like, I could make a full massive course on how to do that. What I can tell you is one of my peers, Gareth Evans, he has done a great video that shows you his process. What I'm intending to do is actually do a video series of how to do that one day. All right, cool. So Nishan has said, should the thumb be behind the fretboard or over it playing a scale? That's a great question. That's a really good question. So you know what? If you're doing chords, it used to be, when I started teaching people, I was always like, bring your thumb all the way around because it gets your fingers on your tips, it increases strength. But what I've started to realize is that if you're doing chords, I think the thumb should be over the top. I really do. I think it doesn't matter too much. But what happens is, as soon as you drop your thumb, it encourages your fingers to go on their tips. And it also, if you think about it, you push your wrist forwards, right? When you drop your thumb. That is a cleaner technique in terms of getting strings ringing. Okay, so if you're doing a scale, I really think that that's a workout on muscles on your fingers. So yes, I think your thumb should be dropped about halfway down the neck. Yeah, so the answer is for a scale, yes. For chords, perhaps bring it over the top. So Natty said, hey, I'm playing guitar for 4 months ago. I'm already playing a couple of songs. So what do you think my daily practice routine should be? Well, if you're already playing a couple of songs, your practice routine is pretty awesome. So you keep doing that. You're doing great. The most important thing is to find songs that you love, right? So once again, guys, just to mention, this is a Q&A. So ask me questions and I'll read them out as best I can, and I will try to answer them as best I can. Can you please do some lessons on Pink Floyd? Ronnie, I've actually made a lesson on the bass riff to Money by Pink Floyd. So you'll find that if you type in Drue, Pink Floyd. And I also made Wish You Were Here. So check that out. Can you make a fingerstyle of Closer by the Chainsmokers? No, that's come up loads of times. So that will be done sooner or later. Can you do a tutorial of some Alan Walker songs? Angie, apart from Closer, what is the other Alan Walker song that you would want to hear? Because I know I should do Closer. I'm obviously very behind the times now, but I know I should do it, but I feel that it's done to death. So is there any other of his songs that you suggest? Okay, so can you tell me some technique to learn some notes? Anise, right? So I've made a 2-part tutorial video on how to learn the notes on the acoustic guitar. On a guitar. It's really simple if you understand that all 6 strings have a letter to them. Eddie, A, Dynamite, Goodbye, Eddie, right? So E, A, D, G, B, E. Once you know that and you know your musical alphabet, it's pretty simple to find any note on the neck of the guitar. The video that I did is called How to Learn the Notes on the Fretboard. Type it into YouTube. My video will be one at the top there on the search results because it's just one of those videos that's very informative and I think YouTube have rewarded it. So check it out. It's really, really useful. Is there any problem if I use a different string tension on a nylon classical guitar since I don't know exactly what I'm using now? David, I don't really know what your question is. If you're sort of asking me, should I be putting on steel strings on a classical guitar, then please don't, because the classical guitar isn't built for that sort of tension. Can you do an acoustic Read My Mind by the Killers, please? John Wilson, great request, and I like that song. Very good. Awesome. Bar chords are pretty difficult for me. Is there any tips on how to perform them easier? Yes, so bar chords always come up on Q&As, and I've actually made a mini course about how to get better at bar chords. You can check that out if you type in bar chord buster, Drue, then you'll find that there. But generally with bar chords, it's a few things. You don't have the muscles to play them, so you need to be playing them all the time. And even if they sound really bad in your practice, you need to just still keep pressing them down, trying all the time. It's when you start avoiding them in songs because they sound so bad and because you haven't got them as quickly as you got open chords, that's when you're in trouble with bar chords. So you need to accept the fact that they're going to suck and play them anyway. On top of that, bring your thumb lower, push your wrist forwards, and do diagonal pressure through the neck going up and press down with that part of your thumb. There you go, there's a few tips, amongst others. All right, that's cool. Let's keep going down. Wow, Christina has made a massive message. Some Dadgad songs, great suggestion. Yeah, I haven't, do you know what? I don't think I've done any alternate tuning songs on my channel, so nice, cool. Have you done a tutorial on how to play Edelweiss? Mercy, I haven't, no. I know the song, but I'm not sure if I know the song well enough to do a tutorial on it. High Hopes, I have made that song. So if you type in High Hopes, D-R-U-E, Drue, then you will find my tutorial. How much time it may take for being able to create your own fingerstyle? I've been playing since the last 5 months. It depends on how easy, how difficult you want your fingerstyle to be. But to make one of my arrangements, it probably takes about 2 to 3 hours. Will you ever play electric guitar? David, I have done electric guitar Q&A before, and there will be more Q&As with electric guitar in the future. As for actual lessons, you know, on YouTube with them, probably not, because it's an acoustic channel. But keep watching the lives. I'll be here next Saturday as well, so it'd be great to have you around for that. Hey Drue, can you give us any tips for improvising over chord progressions? Well, actually, this is probably a really good time to introduce what I have here. So this is my latest acoustic guitar, and it is a Faith Blood Moon. You can see that the actual look of it is quite red. If I hold this part up to the camera, you can see just how red it is. And it's, as I said, it's a Faith instrument. I've left a link in the video description so you can check out Faith. It's an electroacoustic, and I'm really happy to be endorsed by Faith now. So back to the question about chord progressions. This is electroacoustic, so I do have it plugged in. Hope you guys can hear that okay. And I've got just a loop pedal set out here. So let's say we're going to have a chord progression of E minor and A minor. So there's your chord progression, E minor and A minor. Okay, so first important thing to understand here is it's a good idea to know a scale. Let's just turn that down a little bit. So it's a good idea to know a scale, and for this particular sequence, the E natural minor scale is the scale to learn. Okay, so E can be here on the 12th fret on the thickest string, 7th fret here on the A string, 2nd fret here on the D string. Basically, knowing your notes is useful. So the E natural minor scale is something you would use, and then start improvising. Okay, so there you go, just a little idea. I haven't been looking at the chat for a while, so but yeah, just a little idea, a little improvisation there. So my advice is to answer that question is learn your scales and learn the notes on the neck. Okay, that's how to make a start with improvisation. All right, cool. Anyway, next, let's go on to the next question. Hey Drue, thanks for a great video. Thanks to you for your 21 guns tutorial from Sabajit. Bridge part is not there, please provide. I think, no, yeah, I didn't do the bridge for that because that was just an instrumental and I just didn't want to write the bridge. That was my own fingerstyle version, so that's just the way it's going to be, I'm afraid. So let's keep going down. I do hope YouTube make it a little bit easier to navigate the chat in the future. Let's just start from the bottom and see what's going on. I now can play the F chord clearly, but for the F minor, it seems impossible to press the G string down enough to ring out. Is this a common problem for beginners? What do I do? From Bummy K. It is a common problem for beginners, Bummy, yes. It's, the reason is when you actually get started with your bar chords, obviously you've got your ring, pinky and middle finger to do the majors. As soon as you lift up the middle finger, then your bar is responsible for all 6 strings, right? So for the G string as well. Now one thing you can do as a practice for this, Bummy, is you can put your middle finger over the top to help you press down to get your F minor sound. Because yeah, you're probably getting that noise, right? Rather than that sort of ringing sound. So try putting the middle finger down, bring your thumb even lower than normal, and really press with a lot more might. And if you still can't do it after pressing very hard, it might just be that you've got to be patient and wait for your muscles to build. Okay. Sweet Child of Mine or Stairway to Heaven. Yeah, neither of those are going to be happening anytime soon, but thanks for the suggestion anyway, Zero. Henry, can you teach some 21 Pilot songs? Henry, give me a suggestion. Which song? Write it down. Do one better than that? Send the video link in the chat, okay? Christina's. Okay, so can you do the technique for a beautiful? Can you please do a lesson on Tears in Heaven if you haven't done already? Stranger Things. I have done one for Tears in Heaven. Type in Tears in Heaven Drue, okay, and you will find it. D-I-U-E. Obviously, it is there. Promise. Please put a link for the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Yes, you mentioned that before. Go to. Okay, I'll do that for you. Easy peasy. All right, let's go to this. There you go. So that is my Facebook page. If you go to the video section of the Facebook page, you'll see Boulevard of Broken Dreams there, as well as other videos as well, actually, stuff that isn't on YouTube. So thanks, I'm glad that helped. Thanks for the link to 21 Pilots. That's awesome. Right, let's see if there's any other questions that I might have missed. Let's just go back a little bit. Please suggest how to play by listening using fingerstyle. So this is something called ear theory, or essentially learning to play guitar by ear. Now, learning to play guitar by ear is quite simple. Let's test you guys in the chat, right? Let's test you right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play some chords, and I just want you to tell me, do those chords sound happy or sad? The reason why I've turned is because some of you might know the chord shape, so therefore you might be able to play it. So just by listening, I want you just to answer in the chat, does this sound happy? Does this sound sad? If you can hear the difference between the chords, then you're well on your way to being able to start working out how to play your own songs by ear, right? So let's try this. What do you think, happy or sad? Let's have a look. Just waiting for anyone. I know there might be a bit of a delay, so I'm just waiting to see if anyone can hear. What do you think? Khalid's saying minor. David's saying sad. Tom's saying sad, sad. Lots of people saying sad. You see, guys, already you are learning to play by ear. To hear the difference between minor, which is sad, or major, which is happy, that is really, really important to your development as a musician. Let's try you with a few others, okay? Let's try you with this. What do you think? Major or minor? Major means happy, minor means sad. If you want to have a go at trying to name that chord as well, all the best. What do you think? Just waiting for it to come through. Happy, happy, yep, happy. Lots of people saying happy, major. Anyone want to take a guess at what chord it is? See, guys, you're already musical. Legion's saying A, Anna's saying D, D, E, D major. Okay, so you were right. D major. All right, well done. That was a D sounding, so that was a happy sounding chord. So I'm going to give you 3 chords now. It's going to go 1, 1, 1. You just tell me what order they are in. You don't have to tell me what the chords are. And this is how you'd start working out a chord sequence, because you'd be like, okay, that sounds like a minor chord, major chord, minor chord. So I'm going to give you 3 chords. You tell me what order they're in. Here we go. I'll do that again. So what you're telling me here is it major, major, minor, minor, whatever. Okay, so I'll play it for you one more time. Okay, interesting. I'm just seeing people's responses. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, all right, cool. It's quite fun, actually. I'm enjoying this. So the answer was minor, major. And then the one that's catching you guys out a bit there It was major. Okay, so Mac Studios, you've got it right. It was minor, major, major. The C chord, so it was A minor, D, and C. The C chord is often misconstrued as being minor sounding, okay? C, listen to the triad of C. Okay, so that is a C major. The C minor, see, it sounds very different, all right? And I know that's using a higher octave, but it's got quite a different sound to it. Should we just try one more of these? Because I've really enjoyed this. It's great. This is a really good use of YouTube chat. So it's fantastic to get people to train like that. So let's try these three. All right. Once again, minor, minor, major, minor. You can keep it short in the chat with M-I-N, M-A-J. You just tell me what order you're hearing things in. Maybe this could be a sequence of lives. I think it's a really cool idea. Let's try this. So let's go. I'll do it 2 more times. So what order is that? Just waiting for them to come through. Davi, you've got it right. Bummy, you've got it right. Shub, you've got it right. Habib, you've got it right. Zero, no, not this time. Stranger Things, you got it right. Anis, you got it right. Tree Huggers going for a name of the chords. Very brave, not there today. Mac Studios, you've got it wrong way round. So the answer was major, which was an A major, by the way. D, D major, and E minor. Okay, cool. So way back when, before we started doing this, someone asked me about how to develop, how you hear, how to sort of work out your own songs by ear. This is the start of it. This is the sort of beginner's basics of learning how to play by ear. So the next time you ask me for a song request, think to yourself, okay, maybe I'll have a listen to some of those chords. It is possible for you to figure this stuff out. Before, so teachers, all we're doing is we're listening to the song and we're interpreting it the way that we hear it. So it's all done. Ear study is the most important thing to start with. Okay, so give it a try the next time you try a song. A really good one to maybe start with is something like House of the Rising Sun. Now, some of you guys might already be able to play that, but House of the Rising Sun has a very defined chord progression in it. And if you could figure out, okay, is that minor? Is that major? Is that minor? All right, so I really, really hope that's useful. Let's get back to the question. So guys, before this turned into an ear theory exercise, this is a Q&A. So tell me, what have you been learning recently? What can I help you with further? And every Saturday at 5 p.m. GMT time, we're going to have half an hour of Q&As helping each other out. I can already see that there is more people in this live than I've ever had in any live. So it's really great to have you on board. So Vivian Matthews said, could you suggest some intermediate songs? Some intermediate songs. So I presume you're thinking of more like songs that have bar chords in, right? So the first one that comes to my mind is Banana Pancakes by Jack Johnson. That is a great song to work on your bar chords and your rhythm as well. So cool. Next, Max asked, can Drew answer my question? I'm sorry, I didn't see your question, Mac. The chat's going really, really fast. You taught me nothing else matters. I'm the coolest boy in school, thanks to you. Awesome. That's always good to know. I'd love to hear your version of Nothing Else Matters. Post it on YouTube. Send me the link. I've been playing now approximately 4 months, 6 to 7 hours per week, fingerstyle all the time from your course, and skin on my fingers is thickest but still hurts. For how long do I have to play to stop feeling the pain? So the important thing here is your fingers do need to develop leathery calluses on them. I'm afraid that's just part and parcel of learning. It can take anywhere up to about 1 year to 2 years for them to get permanent. My advice is don't overdo it. If it's really hurting your fingertips, then don't play for as long. Break that. If you're playing for an hour without stopping, break it up into 20-minute brackets. Because if you hurt your fingers, then it's going to make it harder for you to want to play the next day. So slow down. You'll be playing guitar all your life if you're dedicated to it. There's no rush. Regular playing. Hey Drew, I'd love to know how to exercise Hendrix type bar chords. I don't know the actual name of them. You're thinking of 9th chords and perhaps even 13ths. And they're not my forte, I'm afraid. Is that Evan, right? Yeah, Evan, they're not really my forte. Like it's this sort of, that sort of thing. That's got a very sort of Hendrixy, jazzy type vibe. But it's not really in keeping with my style. I'm not too confident with teaching that sort of thing right now. But that's what you need to be looking out. Look up nines, family of nines. Can you please tell me how to improve myself? Well, zero. You know, that's not what I'm in the business for. I'm not a life coach. Mila Person, hey, my index finger arches sideways a lot when I play like 1st to 3rd fret. Is it supposed to do that? I can send a pic if you need. Miller, is arching sideways? Yeah, you know what? It can do that a little bit. It doesn't really matter. The important thing is what does your sound like? You know, if it's like muted, then okay, that might be more of a problem, but it shouldn't really matter. Name that song, guys, right? Where does it go? That's it. Name that song. Name that song in the chat. I don't know where that came from. That's a stretchy song. Yeah, name that song. How can I learn complex chords involving 7s and 9s? Look into your music theory a little bit for that. Basically, the reason where the numbers come from is from the major scale, so start learning about the major scale. Christina, it's good to have you with us. Okay, take care. See you again soon. See you next Saturday. Sing something, Sheeran, please. I've got to be careful with singing songs because of the nature of copywriting, so I can't really do that. Thanks for everything. See you. Bye. Take care, Christina. So yeah, well done, Kevin. Nailed it. Kings of Leon, Sex on Fire. That was when I used to busk way back when. Believe it or not, I used to busk on the London Underground a long time ago, and that was always one of my favourites. Please do Coldplay Paradise Fingerstyle. That, Mac, is an excellent shout out. Yeah, I could hear that working. That's a good suggestion, actually. Let's just write that one down. If there's any, this is, by the way, this is how you get your requests. I have to hear it in my head how it's going to work out, and obviously I kind of need to know the song. So yeah, Paradise. Let's take a note of that. So you mean like a fingerstyle instrumental? I think that would work really cool. Yeah, good suggestion. Tree Hugger Jack, yeah, nailed it. Stairway to Heaven. You know, it's only until I actually do Stairway to Heaven that people will stop asking me for Stairway to Heaven. One day. Drew, I am always losing my pick. I love these ones. So have you thought about buying some more picks? Right. You know what? There's actually been loads of, I say loads, but a few inventions to help to stop this sort of thing from happening. The thing that's most prevalent is this like stick-on like box that you can post picks in. My advice is always have some picks in your back pocket. Then you never lose them. And you know, the amount of picks, I probably buy about 40-50 picks at the beginning of the year, and they're all gone by the beginning of the year, so just buy more picks. How to formulate cool solos with the pentatonic scale, Brian Richardson. Brian, this is actually the subject of a new course that I am making, and you can get exclusive first access to that course by joining the premium student area. I shall leave a link in the video description so you guys can check it out, and let me just find that for you, because as part of a free bonus with that, there's a full course that's all about how to improve your improvisation and just basically get you started with it. So I'll put the link in. You can check the website out. Let me know what you think, and if you want to take the step, then I'd love to see you inside. There it is, Brian. So, can you do perfect fingerstyle of Ed Sheeran? Yes, that is a really good shout out as well. A few people have suggested that. So I shall have a listen to it. I don't know it very well, but I'll have a listen to it. I know it's one of his ballads, and see what I can do for you with that. Can you do a cool improv guitar solo episode? I did actually do one live, King Big Time, not too long ago. If you check out looping special in my live Q&As, there's a load of advice there for that. Play a song in the Hall of the Mountain King. I've already done that. Maybe you've been learning that from me already. I really like that song. That is a great song. Now listen, guys, I can only ever give you half an hour, and that half an hour has absolutely flown by. So what I'm going to tell you is this. It's been great chatting with all of you. So Tuma, Zero, Stranger Things, Karen, King JME, King Big Time. It's absolutely awesome that you can all join me. I can only give you 30 minutes because I'm busy. I'm teaching. I've got a family. Got a new member of the family on the way as well. So that's really exciting. So I've got to go. But what I'm going to tell you is this. These live Q&As are going to be happening every Saturday at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. GMT time. That seems to be pretty good world time for everybody. Most people are awake and around at that time. So if you didn't get your question read out or answered this time, I'll see you next Saturday at 5 o'clock. As ever, keep on playing, take care, and have a great rest of your weekend.